Mother, tell your children not to walk my way. Tell your children not to hear my words, what they mean, what they say. Mother.
Well, hello all, and we're back finally. 2 weeks. 2 weeks sometimes seems like it's too much, but we are back talking the world of professional wrestling. So, where do we want to start? Guess where I said we were going to start.
Yeah, we got to start with that. We have to.
We got to start, yeah, because I'm not starting with anything else because that is a big thing. I guess we'll start with more Vince and Ashley Massaro because I remember, probably no one else does, but I remember years ago when that story first broke and me going, if there's any truth to this whatsoever, this is a big freaking deal. Because this isn't just a wrestling deal. Now we're talking about like the military and all sorts of other things. But the big thing was that, you know, we now know, well, John Laurinaitis is now talking. And he basically said, oh, no, we all knew about the allegations. We all...
John Nino Brown Laurinaitis.
Yeah. All knew about them. So that was... And contrary to what everyone had said before, was that, oh, we knew nothing about them until she brought them up in, was that 4 years ago? Or however long ago it was. But yeah, that was kind of a big shock and could be a much bigger thing. What does anybody else think about that?
I mean, there's people taking it like head on, like Bret Hart has been scathing, and anytime someone will ask him about it, but he's been that way for years about Vince. Bruce Pritchard's full of shit. I don't know if you've seen him.
Yeah, I don't believe shit. Like, bro, oh my God. Like, anybody else, cool. But, like, I don't believe you at all, bro. You've been the biggest bootlicker for this man for 30 goddamn years, bro. I don't believe
But all it took was a FCC investigation or FTC investigation. John Laurinaitis is like, I flip. Fuck that guy. Nope.
I ain't cool with Nino Brown. This shit way bigger than John Laurinaitis. They bring a whole lot of motherfuckers.
But remember, this is just about John Laurinaitis and Vince McMahon and nobody else.
Oh yeah, nobody else.
Well, yeah,
nobody else. Nobody else.
Are you saying that sarcastically?
Yes, I'm saying that sarcastically.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying that sarcastically because that's what, like, when anyone brings up, hey, why aren't you guys, talking about this or this? They're like, oh, well, we don't want to accuse people that might be innocent. So, and it's really just a Vince and John story. Not that, WWE is not, in the lawsuit themselves. So
we are never going to get to the bottom of this if we keep doing this, man.
We'll never get an answer that you like. I promise you.
Look, I don't care if you like Triple H, bro. I don't care. His man has been chained to the hip of Vince McMahon. I find it very hard to believe he has not known anything about any of this stuff, bro. Just because you like his booking, why do you feel the need to protect him? And I don't even know why you like his booking, but that's totally different conversation. Like, bro, fuck this dude, man. Like, fuck all this shit, man. Fuck it all. And I'm frozen, and I don't know why.
Well, let me try removing you and putting you back. No, then you're doing. Now he's just black screen. But to me, like, I know that legally it'll probably be only people who committed the acts, which so far we know for sure Laurinaitis and Vince McMahon and possibly Lesnar. But to me, like, morally, anyone that allowed that culture to persist and fester should be removed.
Yes.
As well. But
the
problem is that you also have the UFC and you have Dana White and his ring girls with those things that have never been brought up, but then they've just allowed that to happen as well. So it's just like, will they actually clean house or will they just do the bare minimum?
Have any of the ring girls ever like?
No, it's all just rumor and speculation.
Yeah,
but that's
Can you catch me up on what that is? I don't know that story.
He's constantly effing them.
Same
deal.
Well,
he's constantly fucking them. What do you want me to say?
Fuck.
What? That's just the culture of like big business. This is most corporations. What are you going to do?
But the thing is if the girls are cool with it, this is why everybody never said anything about Vince, because everyone was like, oh, well, if they're all adults and consensual, should he be doing that? No. Is in the realm of business, should he be doing that? No,
No.
but
Are they employees of the company?
Yes.
yes.
I didn't know. I didn't know that.
You're not supposed to do that at all. Any place that has an HR will tell you, hey, if there's anybody dating anybody else, we need to know. Or if you guys are doing anything, we need to know. Vince is the boss. Everyone knew. No one cares, and that's just most corporations, and that's gonna be like that. Like TKO is not gonna really clear house. The most you'll see is like Vince is already gone. Right, Laurinaitis is already flipping.
Let's talk about that. Talk about it, Eric.
Bro,
TKO
it's like
not getting rid of anybody, bro.
it's like who else can you get rid
of?
of? You're gonna get rid of Triple H? Of course. All right, cool. You're gonna get rid of Triple H. Whoever that next person is, so like that who are you gonna replace him with? It has to be somebody that's so far removed from wrestling that nothing will come back on them. Like, the booker would have to be like Mustafa Ali would have to come back and book this show. That's the only person. It cannot be anybody that's been a part of DX Evolution. Nobody. Nothing can. There's nobody in that company that did not know that Vince was fucking that woman on payroll. That was her job, and no one's gonna admit it until it's time for court. But Laurinaitis already flipped. We know what the deal is. I don't know what's. For Triple H, what is the answer that he can give that will make anybody feel better at the moment?
Better than what he did at the press conference, but I wasn't here for when y'all talked about that.
True, but it's just like I don't think like legally. I know he can't say much because he's.
No. And that's what he should have said.
Saying he didn't read it.
He should have gave the Tony Khan answer.
What?
The Tony Khan answer.
Yeah,
I appreciate that question, but I can't answer. Yeah, he should have.
Yeah, like I can't speak about it right now. But that makes him look guilty among the people, anyways. There's no correct answer.
That's still better than what he answered, or do what like
him saying he didn't read it. Terrible.
That was crazy.
Like, bro,
like I said on the last video,
assistants that will read stuff to you. But
I said on the last video, I said somebody should have yelled, even if they got like escorted out. Someone should have said, "You might want to read it because it looks like you're in the lawsuit."
I'll blame TKO for that, for sticking him out there.
Even then, like they had the summary for like the first couple pages before they had the full so you didn't even read that part.
He didn't read the he didn't read the tweets, nothing. He was just I'm really focused on the Royal Rumble.
He's focused on the positives, man, the vibes. Like, what are you talking about, bro? What are you?
It's just like, bro, I can't do nothing with it. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about Triple H at this moment. There's no correct answer to Triple H right now, other than like you're in between a rock and a hard place. You got to go home with that woman with that your former boss.
We sure that's still happening?
Are you sure that's still going on?
Definitely. I don't know, bro. But yeah, Triple H, bro. I don't know how to deal with that. I don't have. There's nothing he can say to me, or nothing he can say to the public that'll make me feel
personal,
better.
Guys, we shouldn't talk about people's personal lives, man. We shouldn't.
No, I completely agree. But I'm just saying, like Triple H has to go home.
I'm being sarcastic.
Okay, cool. And I'm definitely with it. So Triple H has to go home to Stephanie McMahon and be like, "Yo, your dad just fucked us over, bro. What are we gonna do?" That's where he's at right now. Anything he says right now, you're either gonna be terrible. It's gonna be terrible at home. It's gonna be terrible at work, bro. Either way you put it, you're fucked. Like it's
speculating. I really, honestly, I really don't think they're together anymore. I really believe that, bro. I think they just haven't said anything because it'll look even crazier. What's going on right now?
I mean, it's not any different from Vince and Linda have been for years.
Exactly.
Married in name only.
Same shit, exactly.
But what about the Ashley Massaro stuff specifically? The fact that he basically said, "Nah, we basically lied to all of you.
Yeah, we
knew all of this, and now there's at least the adults in the room have. I know John Pollock said he had. I know Dave Bixenspan has said he has." They're like, "Oh, there's a government investigation now on a military base. We just didn't know which branch of the military to look into."
And this indirectly caused her. I'm gonna cut you off, John, but this indirectly caused her to like spiral and go through all the depression and all this other shit she went through. She might still be here today if she would have got the justice that she deserved when this shit happened. It's so sad to think about, bro. How old was she when she took her life? How old was she?
30-something.
37.
Yeah,
Bro, I'm 35 years old, bro. She was 1 year older than me. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. All because this was the beginning. Because her whole
39,
dream,
but here and
39.
there.
Her whole dream was to be in this company. Like legit, she's one of those people that legit, we pick on them and stuff, but this is her whole dream. Imagine getting your dream job and someone raping you at your dream. Like that's crazy, bro.
They've been
just
posting
crazy.
clips on Twitter of like her stuff on TV with Vince, and it's so hard to
It's
watch
so
that
weird,
stuff,
bro.
man. It's very, very weird.
I mean, if they were willing to lie about that, what else were they? Well, they were willing to lie about, Snuka murdering, the whole ring boy thing, steroids.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like
Owen.
I forgot to write a checklist, Chase.
There's so many skeletons in these closets, and we'll even see them all by the end of this process. Will Vince even be alive by the end of this process?
No.
That's a good.
No.
Who knows?
Vince is gonna die before he sees a jail cell.
I hate to steal from the Voices of Wrestling dudes, but
He already
they bought it
lived
the
the life.
best. Like he won. Like he won.
He already
bro.
lived the life.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
He won, man. This motherfucker's 80 years old now. Isn't he 80? Something like that.
He's real old. Too old.
He won, man. It's too late now, bro. He got away with all this shit, man.
The only positive is that I still don't know who did it. Somebody convinced him to sell to this group instead of the Saudis. Because if it had been the Saudis, you would have got him out of there for nothing.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh no, because if it had been the Saudis, then you wouldn't have had to go like.
They had been a private deal. They were going to take it private.
You could have had, if they want to still air on TV, USA could have been like, yo, like you're gonna have him still in charge, and we're gonna air his product, and they could be like, get him out of there.
No, they're gonna be like, yeah, and they're gonna find somebody else that's gonna take it. Saudis don't care. They have fuck you money. Times 5.
That's a good point.
They would have found they would have bought a channel just to put WWE on, and they would they have that type of money. They don't care about that. Look what they're doing. They're doing the boxing right now. We saw all those heavyweights fight for $25. For an Applebee's 2 for $20 mil, we saw Deontay Wilder fight and Tyson Fury fight for $25. Nah, the Saudis this would have never came out if the Saudis owned WWE. You would have never heard about this. That money would have been paid.
You might be right, man.
Yeah.
You might be right.
That $3 million he did not pay to that woman, that would have been paid. That would have been a part of the deal.
And probably more. And probably like here's some more just to go away.
As a matter of fact, you can keep your job, shorty. Go ahead. Like, come back. That's what it would have been, bro. I don't.
Oh man.
It's a bad situation, man.
All over.
And I think still a lot to come out, honestly. I think people just have to continue to talk about it.
It's going to be years, man. It's going to be years and years. It's going to be more people who find out that's in on this shit.
Yeah.
But no, Brandon's right. That's the thing is people need to keep talking about this, and that's the thing I'm scared about because your big names are still talking about it, but you can already see them kind of like they're not like being inquisitive about like the things they should be asking still, even after you would have thought like this time they went, okay, we fucked up, we dropped the ball, and a lot of them are still like, no. There was really nothing to report until this came out, which is such bullshit. But hopefully people keep asking questions now, and we get to at least more into it, or at least TKO has to be like, okay, we'll do more than what we've done, but maybe we won't do enough. But who knows? I don't know. That's my big thing. Is I just hope that we keep talking about it so that people don't forget. This time, so
we keep talking about it. Come on, John.
Unfortunately, the rankings are talked about more than this.
Yes,
now, so.
You're right.
Exactly.
I'm telling you, the greatest cover up was
we want Cody. We want Cody and shit, man.
We want Cody. All you had to do was clear that shit out with a hashtag. Nope. I feel like, for those reporters, like I want to say, like just wrestling media who have the opportunity to go to these press conferences or have this access and ask these questions. Do you think that they're not asking these things because they know that they have it's an easier chance to blackball these specific people from ever doing interviews compared to like the Wall Street Journal or the Post or something like that?
I would agree with you, except that both Pollock and Brandon Thurston have
They
both
ask whatever
said,
the fuck they want.
that they can
They still
say
get
whatever,
invited.
that they've been told that they can always come and that they will, and it's cool. And those are probably the two of the people that normally go that would probably ask the more serious questions. I don't think it's that. I think it's that what I think it really is I think you've got these people who secretly want to work for WWE. They have they've got these podcasts or whatever, and so they're not going to ask those questions because this is going to be like, well, if I ask these questions, I'm never going to be able to work there. They want to be Satin. They want to be who's the other guy that?
Well, Satin's not even Satin anymore.
Raj Giri,
not Raj Giri. No.
Finally, I've been waiting for it. You kept saying you want to say it.
I was waiting so that in the case Monica
16 minutes.
got past the fuck Raj Giri. Continue.
Okay. No, the other guy that did the pre-shows for WWE.
Sam Roberts.
Oh,
Yeah. Not Roberts. I can't.
Rosenberg.
Rosenberg.
Oh.
Fuck that dude, man.
I guess.
I kind of like Rosenberg, but not for his wrestling at all.
No,
I'm
nothing
just
to
saying.
do with wrestling.
Music's cool, but wrestling, God, please shut up, bro.
But it's
All right.
But
let's call it what it really is. Let's call it what it really is. It's not even about wanting to work there. It's nostalgia. These people grew up loving this goddamn company, and for some reason, they feel like they need to protect this company that does not pay them. It's so weird, bro. They have no problem going to fucking AEW pressers and asking Tony Khan 50 million questions about rumors on the internet, or pressing him about things he's tweeted, shit like that. But nobody puts any pressure on Triple H because they feel like they want to protect this fucking place, Josh. Call it what it is, Josh. They don't want to work there. They want to protect this place, man. That's what it is, man. Nostalgia. It's sad. You don't owe these people anything. We'll get further into that.
Okay, let me ask you this.
I'm gonna be mean later.
If this stuff, if this is, I was thinking about this the other day. Given, and I think this is weird. If you look today and you look at like the people that cover pro wrestling, right, and you see the amount of like people who are supposed to be real journalists that cover pro wrestling now, compare that to 15 years ago. All right, if this had come out 15 years ago, the people that covered it then, which was maybe like you had maybe 3 people who were like real reporters.
Well, those 3 are still here.
Yes.
But nobody respects them anymore, which is.
But I understand. But what I'm going to say is, even people like us, even the people that were like us, like even the people that are currently at those pressers, the same people that 15 years ago, the same people who would have been in that position. I completely think it would have been completely different, and they would have just been ragging on WWE.
Oh,
even if Triple H was in charge, I think that it'd have been completely different, because I think part of the problem is it's very much like back then you didn't care about like the engagement from the WWE fans, and that, oh my God, I can't piss them off too much. I think that's the other thing. Is you've got this, we can't piss the WWE fans off too much, because then they're not gonna like watch our stuff, and we can't have that. Like, I firmly think that. I think that's if
honestly, that's most of it. I didn't think that's right. You're right, Josh.
Because look at like Brian and Dave, and look how they've kind of tweaked how they cover WWE, where it's not like a lot more positive, but it's just positive enough to where I'm sure you can tell they don't get nearly hammered as much about like being anti WWE as they used to, and the product hasn't changed that much. So
you're right. You're so right, John.
I mean, other than they let Walter be Walter, it's pretty much the same.
Yeah,
absolutely. Oh, and I will say this, to be fair, they actually do listen to those people now, because before they didn't. I mean, I don't like it, but
to a degree,
right?
I mean, bro, they listen to it enough to. Well, we'll get to that.
To satisfy them.
We'll get
talk
that.
about that.
So let's get to that now. Let's talk about the Rock, the Cody, the all of that. So here's the first thing I want to say. The Cody. First thing I want to say. How is it that Dave Meltzer had this whole story like as soon as it happened, like as soon as like everyone was like, "What's going on?" and Dave Meltzer was like, "Okay, this is what's going on. This has been in the works since like January 3rd or whenever," and da 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 da. He was able to get all of this stuff, but can't find anything out about Vince. What the fuck? Like that just. I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Well, he knows Gerwitz, or how the fuck you say his name. Gerwitz didn't have anything to do with the rape culture. He was just the Rock's handyman.
I know, but he knows The Rock, and he knows Cody, and he knows. I get all of that, but still, come on. I mean, he had it down to like a pat. Now he was the only one, and this is why Dave Meltzer is Dave Meltzer, because he was the only one, and even Sean Ross Sapp was playing catch up for like a week due to it, which was funny to watch. But yeah, I think.
Oh, Josh, no, don't do that.
I don't care. I don't care. I'm not the first one to say that either. So I don't.
He already blocked him. What's there left? He already got blocked.
No, but Sean Ross Sapp's so petty. He'd be, fuck it, let's do it. Sean Ross Sapp's so petty that,
I respect his spin back game. I'm not gonna lie. When he has receipts for people, I respect it.
But he searches himself, bro. Like if you block people, ignore them. Do what you claim that they need to do to you, and just ignore them. He'll search his fucking name and respond to people. Like when never.
No, those are saved.
Let's not be specific. But yeah.
He sit there and all those replies and hit like and save. I know it because it was like I would do that too. If I knew I had receipts coming, I'm definitely holding on to these. Just because you said this person would hold this. How does it feel?
See that's why we aren't in his position though, Eric. You know what I mean?
I never want to be as online as he is.
Exactly.
No, me neither. But I just find it funny when it happens. I'm just
social media all day.
Yeah, man, he is so sensitive, bro. He's like the Drake of wrestling reporters, man. He's so fucking sensitive, bro. Everything.
Anyways, the plate spinning that's going on.
Yes.
We need to talk about
go
that.
ahead. I'm sorry.
Got off on a tangent.
My bad.
Okay. No, go ahead. Chase, go.
What? It's clear as what it is. Like, somebody can be like, well, they had this plan since January 3rd. It's not a distraction. Fuck off. You know it is. That's exactly what this is.
It is now. What gives it away? Sure. Like, how can we just ignore what Cody said on fucking SmackDown? He was like, I'm gonna beat you, Roman Reigns, but not at WrestleMania. Like, those are the exact words. Like, bro, what are we doing? Like that's exactly what he said. Like I could understand if he was like cryptic, but he wasn't. He said not at WrestleMania, and then The Rock comes out. How am I supposed to interpret that? What?
Not only that, but like I'm at work while all of that's going on. So, and I'm hearing what you guys are saying. I'm hearing what other people are saying, and they all said the same thing. That the only one that came out of that looking even a little bit better of just that part was The Rock. That Roman came out looking like not well. Cody looked like a complete like moron. That Seth looked like a joke. And I'm like, no, there's no way, because there's no way that they pulled that. And then I watched it and I'm like, what the hell?
They had Seth Rollins was Dougie Fresh. He was Dougie Fresh introing the bigger superstars. He literally hyped up Cody, the 2-time Royal Rumble, when I'm like, slow star out here. Like, what's going on? You're a champion.
No, he's the bronze medalist. Don't call him a champion. He's the bronze medalist.
Feel bad for him. Straight hype, man. And you got a belt on your shoulder, cuz the world title.
Let me show you all the people that actually going to sell this show to you this year.
And then you get to the press conference.
Roman straight up called. What he said? He said the losers bracket. He was like, "Yeah, the losers bracket is over there." And Sam's just standing in the corner, like, "Bro,
why me, dog?" Like, why?
Oh man. I will say this though. I will say this. I actually thought Roman was kind of fantastic during that whole thing because he was just mean, bro. Like, he was mean, man. It was every time Seth opened his mouth. Hey, you talking? You saying something? Hey, bro.
Seth is tight over that no pop line, so gotta prove something.
Yeah, absolutely.
He still doesn't get pops. There's just people responding to his catchphrases.
Yeah.
They go dead silent after they finish saying
They do that
so.
for just about everybody in WWE.
Yeah, so
I mean,
there's not
it's
real
like
pop.
so.
It's not real pop.
But
don't even get me started on
truth.
fucking. Don't get me started on fucking Seth's song. Jesus.
well,
The song is over. He's not.
It's the Cody song.
Yeah, Cody's over though.
Cody's over there.
Yeah.
But I know, but I'm just saying. But they still wait for that. It's just so weird.
Eli Drake, his
That's
stuff
the
is over.
only part
Like his
people know.
his stuff is over.
Can we also talk about how this appeals to the casual fan? Can we talk about that? Can we talk about that? Because The Rock is popular. Can we talk about that? Because casual fan now. But how can anyone understand any of that if they hadn't followed the product
Especially
at all?
the freaking press conference.
Exactly.
That was all
The
inside.
Rock slaps people. That's all we
you
got
had
from
to-
that. The Rock be
You had
slapping
to be
people.
you had to be heavily online to understand any of that shit at all. Like, bro, the whole point is the casual fan argument is not real, bro. It's not real. A casual fan is somebody who literally comes in, they take what they want out of whatever it is, and then they disappear. You know what I mean? Why do these weird wrestling? I know why. I know the answer, but they feel the need to defend those people when those people literally only watch one show a year, and then they're out. They're gone. Those people don't stay. They never stay. There's not even that many. Thank you. Oh my god, bro. Oh my
We just saw the Super Bowl do what 127 million people, right?
Mhm.
Or houses. I don't maybe able to repeat that because I keep saying people and it's not. It's households watched it, right? So there's no telling how many people.
It's really it could be a ton. Could
It
be
could
like
be a ton more because how many people actually watch the Super Bowl by themselves, right? So if you just take like the average NFL rating a week, that's still what like 10 to
whatever
13
12
times.
right? Okay. WrestleMania isn't doing 10 or 12 times more than like SmackDown or Raw.
No.
I'd be shocked if it does. I'd be shocked if WrestleMania on Peacock does the same number of people that SmackDown does.
SmackDown. I don't think so. I don't think so at all.
2.5 million people going to watch WrestleMania this year? It's a good question.
Just in the U.S. Now you talk because I mean that would be you would think if it was that many people that Peacock would be like, hey, this many people watched instead of the weird like numbers that they throw out. Because I mean that would be like what double of the best WrestleMania. So on pay-per-view. So that's so I always wonder about that.
How can anybody be excited about that main event though? How can anyone in there right
now? I could see people. I could see people being excited about it.
I
can see that.
I still have serious doubts that Cody's going to win.
It'd be so funny if he does it.
God.
It'd be so funny. Oh my god, if he does it.
Out night two, he just sitting in the ring.
I'm telling you,
again.
he's beating Hogan. I'm telling you, Roman is beating
another
Hogan.
chicken.
Top dollar
Another
not
chicken's
there to
coming
control him
in.
after.
Okay. I got a question
it's
since
crazy.
I had a leave of absence a while ago. Has he still not re-signed or did he re-sign?
No, he re-signed.
Oh my god, what a fucking moron!
Like all of this happened after
How's
he
he a
re-signed.
moron? Stop.
Man, he got paid probably, so it's hard to.
Yeah,
They started a company.
paid to be a geek.
Hey man, look, you pay me enough, I'll be a geek too.
But Drew still hasn't, right? Drew still hasn't.
Drew hasn't. Seth hasn't. Becky hasn't. So
I see all three of them resign.
I mean, Drew. I don't know. Becky and Seth will be back though. Come on, man.
Oh, yeah, they're marks.
They're marks.
Yeah, man.
Are they going to be like, hey, we want this much money? And TK will go, well, you can't have that much money.
I mean, we've already seen what they're going to do with wide open free agents, which is exactly what they do with UFC, which is we ain't paying that. Bye.
Right.
Oh! I almost skipped.
We're not there yet. We're not.
I know. But that's how PFL and Bellator have all those people, because anytime somebody's contract expires and they want what they're actually not even what they're worth, just a smidgen more money, they're like, no, go over there.
Crazy, bro.
Anyways,
They don't need those people, Chase. They don't.
What?
Nothing. We'll get to that.
We'll get to that. We'll get there. Yeah, we'll get to that.
But yeah, they rented out T-Mobile Arena and only 3,600 people showed up.
Yes, free of charge.
What did y'all think of the thing?
Bad.
Like the Rock and Roman and Cody stuff. Like, were you
terrible,
amused at all?
No.
Oh, I mean, it was funny. It was funny,
but
I was at least
right
amused.
reasons.
Yeah.
It was funny, but not for the right reasons.
Right.
I
Was
assumed it was going to be a real press
honestly,
conference. Until
none of them were as over as like you would think, though. It was really weird, man. Like none of them, because like even The Rock came out and he probably got the loudest ovation, but then every time he opened his mouth, it was really like mixed and people were like kind of quiet.
I'm going to show you something really cool. I think you're going to love it. You're going to respect it. And then it's the Wikipedia.
Family tree.
The family tree from Wikipedia.
At least it was the Wikipedia one and not some WWE like we're not going to include certain people type thing. I mean,
my answers.
Have you ever seen the clip of like Jacob Fatu talking about their family tree and the way he like brings up The Rock? He's like, "Oh yeah, The Rock, yeah, he was there." Like, it's weird. I gotta see if I can find that clip. It's hilarious, man. Because he talks about like, "Oh yeah, Roman's related to this person, and then you got the Usos, and then you got me, and blah blah blah." It's like, what about The Rock? Oh yeah, The Rock, The Rock.
It was just all a mess, man. But like at this point, like, who cares? You know what I'm saying? Like it just seems like this whole main event is going to be a giant mess.
Yeah,
at least from what I've been reading, it seems like Cody's just like getting like his army
even
of
if
people
Cody
to help
wins,
him
it
win.
looks like it's going to be an overbooked. Like it seems very much if Cody wins, it's going to be very much the Sting versus Triple H match, where it's just overbooked, to the point you're like, what are we doing?
He's building the co-Avengers on the Raw and SmackDown now. So
yeah. See, it's going to be.
Hold on, what's happening?
He's building a team.
He's building a team. He's defend himself from the bloodline.
To help him.
Seth Rollins said he wants to be his shield. Fucking corny. Yeah. I get the call back. Fucking corny. You don't have to do that. You know, he really sat there and waited on that line. It was just like, look into the camera, be your shield. Great job. You guys gonna get your asses whooped with this type of motivation.
Who said what now? What happened?
Seth Rollins on Raw said he wanted to be Cody's shield.
I'm good. I know a thing or two about being someone's shield.
Champion. You are. Oh my god, yo!
You don't got a match.
Oh my god, nobody can defend this shit. Nobody, like, oh my god, why would the world champion?
You worried about protecting Cody? Cody told you no.
You are the world champion, bro. I imagine Ric Flair telling fucking I don't know, Arn Anderson, I want to be your shield. What the fuck
who was okay? Who was the other champion in WCW? It was Ric Flair and then
Rick Rude.
Rick Rude would have never said that.
Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Imagine Shinsuke Nakamura telling Okada, I want to be your shield. What the fuck are we doing, man?
Hold on a second. They're the same. They're stable mates. You know what I'm saying? I think that works.
I don't care.
I feel what you're saying.
And he still would never do it. That's crazy, bro. That's so crazy.
I want to be your shield.
We got to finish the story, man. I want to finish the story so I can hear people stop saying.
But the thing is the story was always The Rock. The story was always The Rock.
Always The Rock.
We all knew that. We knew that last year when Cody lost, that the story was still The Rock. Even though we were all like, the story doesn't need the championship. So I don't know. What do you guys think?
Do you think the backlash has helped make them only do Cody versus Roman? Because it seemed like they wanted to do Rock and Roman.
It looks like we're gonna get a tag or something on that one. I don't know. Whatever they're gonna do.
I thought the way that whole thing was set up at first, because Seth was so involved of it. I thought they were gonna do the Wrestle Kingdom 14 thing with Naito. That's what it seemed like.
The double dash.
Cody. Yeah, that's what it seemed like. Because although, like, we all know how like rushed that was and kind of weird that was. At least they kind of built that for like 4 years. You know what I mean? The Cody thing, like, all right, this is rushed, this is whatever. But at least that kind of made sense a little bit. Why are we getting a tag? Like, you just wanted to whoop this dude's ass. Cody says one thing, and now y'all BFFs again? What the fuck, man? What the fuck?
Oh, he's been longing to be someone's shield for such a long time.
Okay, let me ask you this about this
AEW
press conference thing.
storytelling.
What do you guys think about the fact that they had this press conference? They had people. They told people you were going to be able to ask questions. Well, they weren't able to ask anyone that was on the stage questions. And then when they went, and then they denied people access to the actual thing where you could ask questions to.
I don't feel bad for him. Sorry. I don't feel bad for him, man. Like, why would you go to this thing thinking you're going to get a chance to ask questions? Like, I don't think they're going to repeat that issue that they had, not issue, but what they had at the Royal Rumble. I don't think they're going to repeat that, especially at this event that they're promoting their big show of the year, Super Bowl week and everything like that. I don't understand why people would go.
I don't get it either. I'm with you, Brad.
You can go ask Vince questions. Like, they're not. They weren't going to allow that at all.
Yeah, I'm right with you, Brandon. I agree. Why would you go?
It was wrong. Like, I don't agree with what they did. Like, that's messed up. Especially people travel and taking.
And like I said, some people did get to ask questions because you had like some people were able to go to the press thing where you
if you paid like the $1,500 or something like that.
No, like Sap and
Denise.
They were the two that I know, but there was one dude who was on Radio Row, and he went and he was told, yeah, you're going to be able to ask questions, and then when he got ready to go ask questions, they said, nah, you're not going to be able to ask questions. And of course, Hausman was one of them. Apparently, they refunded Hausman his money, which is like even for his trip, which is like whatever.
Hey, good for him.
Hold on, what? Why?
Did you not know that?
I guess.
Why?
No, I just told me that. I didn't know it.
Because he found out. He found out. He flew out there, found out that they weren't going to like let him, like denied him like the interview access, and he was like, "Fuck this," and left. And then I guess somebody from the PR department contacted him and said, "We're sorry, there was a misunderstanding. Let us know how much your trip cost, and we'll refund you the whole thing."
I would have lied. I would have been like $10,000.
Receipts, but
it probably wasn't far from that because you would have to fly out there on Super Bowl week.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah,
right.
To Vegas, which is already expensive in its own.
Yeah,
that is true. That is true.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're going on one of the off-peak times, Vegas is expensive as shit. Yeah. So yeah,
that's why I love that Evo is in the summer. I love that. Every year it's not that expensive to get out there. I love it. But yeah.
The peak, there's only like 4 peak times for Vegas. The rest of the year is like, they're trying to get you to come out there. So, but anyways, I thought that was interesting. I think we talked about.
Are we done with this crap? Are we done with this crap?
What's crap? The WWE?
I think we talked about. I think we talked about.
It's like somebody been whooping his ass. Are we done? Are we doing this?
We done?
Yeah. Well, we can talk about Scott D'Amore.
Yeah. Let's most positive buzz about TNA in probably 19 years, and you know what we should do?
19
Bro
years.
got fired on his day off. That's crazy.
We should fire him. We don't want this.
Okay, so I get it. I get why. Because Scott actually wants to, look, he's not perfect. We all know this, but Scott he's clearly passionate about TNA. And he realizes that for this thing to actually grow or do anything, he needs money. Anthem didn't want to pay him. I get it, bro. Anthem didn't want to put any more money in this because they're not making no money. So it makes sense. Like the both sides.
Yes, ROH Sinclair all over again.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Except they won't have the part where they put in money too late with the wrong people.
Yes, there's that. At the wrong time.
TNA running Madison Square Garden. It's crazy.
Jesus Christ. Oh no.
But
yeah, like I get both sides, man. I can't. It's fucked up how they told the roster though. That's fucked up. You know what I mean?
That is.
So he quit. Like, no, that's not what happened. Why y'all lie to the people?
Killing morale.
That's
like
not how
that
you
is
start
bad.
things, bro. That's not how you start things.
Well, especially since apparently, I guess there's a lot of talent there that was only there because of Scott.
Because of Scott,
Yeah.
I know one for sure that I talked to directly in Atlanta that told me the reason why he re-signed is because he loves Scott D'Amore. I'm talking about Josh Alexander.
Of course.
Like, because I flat out asked him. I was like, "Hey, brother, why are you in Impact?" And then he was like, "I love that place. I love Scott D'Amore. Like, that's where I want."
But I mean, to be fair, for him, that is probably like the best place for him because he get lost in ROH. I mean not ROH, AEW. He get lost. He's good, but he's not that good.
Hey, you just said ROH.
I know.
That right there. That would be.
Do you think that would be a fit? Do you think that'd be a fit?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
Josh Alexander on our absolutely.
Oh,
But you
I'm sorry. I thought y'all were talking about Scott D'Amore running.
Oh no,
Sorry. Oh man, my bad.
no. That
Apparently,
would
there's not.
be a
There's
fit.
Scott and TK have issues, so that might not happen.
I mean, yeah. they had to work-
So the reason why they got rid of him is like the budget. Is that correct?
yes.
Because my wrestling heart was like, damn, what did he do, man? Like, we got some more BS going on in professional wrestling. And luckily, it doesn't seem like that was the case. So it
That
just
was
seems like he was
another
a budget issue. Well, how were they going to sign Will Ospreay and CM Punk and all these other people that they were talking about? Okada.
It was
Like, how are they going to?
it was probably him offering without the backing.
No,
No, because apparently he had like backing from like some banking company. And
What?
like, he
They
wanted
were gonna let him buy it. He
wanted
put
to
in a
buy
bid for
TNA.
purchase of TNA.
and I bet that money that he was going to use to buy TNA was going to be the money he was going to use to sign one of those people. That's what I'm guessing. So I don't know.
Damn.
All right.
but
Is it time?
time for what?
Oh, is it time
Oh,
to talk about the best wrestler on the planet? Sasha Banks is coming to AEW. You know, you just don't know anything unless Sasha Banks is involved. She's the legit boss. We're all behind her. Oh my God. AEW finally has women's wrestling. They've never had it until March. I should have scripted this. March 13th. They never had it till now. And it's great. Legit boss. Yeah. Yeah.
Is this a meme?
Yeah.
He's being one of her maniacal fans.
Yes, that was my point there.
I mean, it's huge. Like I know people think I hate fucking Mercedes. I don't. I just, Lord, as a fan of Stardom and Puro, it was the conversation behind her was very exhausting. Let's just put it like that. Obviously, she's
is
a
it more
TV
exhausting than New Japan and TK though?
It's close. Ooh, God, that's close. I don't know. That's close. But
to me, the story isn't that AEW got Will Ospreay, Okada, and Mone all in one fell swoop. It's that WWE just seemed to like not even try. That's the
they don't
story
need
here.
them, Chase. They don't need.
They
They
don't
have.
need them.
They have the Performance Center, Chase.
Right.
They can make the next Sasha Banks. For
Sol
limited-
Ruka will be.
Yes,
Exactly.
Trick Williams. We got
WrestleMania soon.
Williams on the,
That's one of the wrestlers, right? Sol
love
Ruka,
Trick.
right?
I love Trick Williams though, but yeah,
Trick Williams. There you go.
I'm not going to include him in my sarcasm. I like that dude, but yeah, man, like, bro, this is Okada, this is Will Ospreay, and this is fucking Mercedes Moné, Sasha, whatever you want to call it. Like, bro, you don't think you need any of those people?
Well, they
Come
don't.
on, bro.
But here's the thing: Sasha was probably going to ask for more money
Then
they were gonna-
Charlotte.
than they were going to be willing to pay her because
Charlotte's got favorite nations, so they ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. So it would have been very much of, hey, I want enough money to make sure that I'm the number one or number two,
Yeah.
or maybe even the number three person, not the number 4 or 5, which is probably what she would wind up being. So, and they were probably like, you ain't getting that, go away.
But she made a bigger impact on the TV than fucking Charlotte. Than
Oh,
most
yeah.
of those.
Don't
For
bring
the
up
whole
facts.
roster, she was doing bigger than Roman's
Yeah.
numbers.
Yeah. Like
Her quarter's always
I
spiked.
mean, here's
she was
the
like
thing.
the biggest person in that company since like Ronda
That summer,
first
she was
debuted.
going crazy.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, that was, come on, man.
Well, okay,
Give
so
her-
you have
give her what
people
she
who the big business show. people are already kind of like crapping on it. But the thing is, this show is already doing better than the Collision premiere was in Chicago, which people are like,
we all know who was on that. We all know who was on that.
Right now, people are like, oh no, but it's just not doing as good as like the first CM Punk show. Well, it's not going to.
No.
That would be like that. Literally, would be
if The Rock showed up in AEW,
or John Cena in Boston.
But that was not only CM Punk coming back, but that was everyone getting over the pandemic. Like, let's go out and do something.
And
so
also, it was the biggest FU to WWE that people could do who were mad at WWE as well. There was so much more behind it than this. And the fact that this show is doing better than the Collision show, I don't understand why people are like, oh, poo-poo, this isn't doing what it should be doing. Whatever up. And if truly you feel like it's not going to do that way, they can be like, oh yeah, by the way, not even say her name, just say we're going to put Okada on the show, and then watch.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So
and you know what's wild? Like, Chase, I gotta say this before I lose it. The AEW weekly television dates have been struggling in terms of attendance. Like, how is this spike here? Like this noticeable spike of this late. Look, I talked a lot of shit about her, but the initial returns of her are always big. They're always huge. We'll see about a year from now, but right now it's huge. You know what I mean? How can we act like her doing these pre-sale numbers aren't a huge deal when this company has been struggling with attendance for the past year? Like, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing? Come on, man.
That's the Rod's jury effect.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Oh, God.
It is. That's his way of thinking.
Who listens to him, I don't want to talk to you.
Go ahead, Eric. Go ahead, Eric.
Fuck Rod Gary.
There you go.
Fuck him.
Lay off the sauce, man. You just so crazy online.
Tony Khan, every single press conference last year, he would get some question, why aren't you doing more with the women? Why aren't you doing more with the women? And what's he done this year? We got Mariah May. We got Megan Bain coming in. We got Mercedes Moné. Deeb's back. Hater's coming back soon.
Queen Aminata is all over TV.
Queen Aminata is, God, Lord, Queen Aminata. Boy, I'm going to tell you something. You see that Queen Aminata front row, and you want to be there every night. But Deonna Purrazzo, Tony Storm's like, he is like, even though I didn't really feel it was fair, he basically, anytime someone criticizes him, he's like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm going to do it. That's his attitude. And I'm glad that he's got that attitude back because the show's been a lot better. The booking's a lot better. I'm excited to see what he does with these new toys.
But you have people that are saying the booking is not better. That the booking was better the last year when you had stories.
And that's how you know the show's better. Like those people better. Yep. Like because Eric Bischoff loved AEW. Like
the double story.
He loved the MJF story. Like he loved that shit.
So we know Ospreay's got a match at Revolution. We don't know the opponent. What I want. You sure they're gonna do that split already?
What split? They're not really together. He doesn't have like super affiliation with that group. But
whatever. But what I want Okada to do first is I want Joe to retain, and I want Joe Okada at Double or Nothing.
I'm all about that.
Yeah,
I'm all about that.
I'm with it. Because
that match has never happened before, right?
No, I do want that, and that was one of the matches I was thinking about the other day. I want that to happen. Yeah, but I don't want them to lose sight of Swerve's momentum.
I don't want him to win in a three-way though.
To me, they're doing.
You got Wembley coming up with Ospreay. Like they got. It's tough, man.
I don't know if you guys remember ROH 2016 with Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly both chasing Jay Lethal when they did that three-way where Jay Lethal just took advantage of both of them. I think that's what's going to happen at Revolution. I don't think it's going to be a point of Swerve losing momentum. I think it's more like he has to put Hangman's dick in the dirt before he can get that title. Like they're still not done.
And
there's
honestly,
still a lot of juice there.
I bet they're going to do something where like Hangman could actually win, but it's more important to call Swerve than actually winning the title.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah,
there for that. That's crazy.
Aren't you going too, Brandon?
Maybe we'll see what happens.
I don't know. They got $50 limited view seats. I was staring at it.
You're staring at it.
I'm gonna go. I need
depending on how that stage is, it might not be so bad, honestly.
No, because if they do the small stage, like when they fill up an arena, when they do that just a little flat thing.
Right.
Yeah, it's not gonna be that bad, honestly. I'm like off to the right a little bit from the entrance ramp. Like on
you guys have anything to add about AEW's acquisitions?
I will say this. A part of me, it's not gonna happen. A part of me wants Deonna Purrazzo to win though, and then her be Mercedes' first opponent. Honestly, part of me wants that because Deonna will eat her up on the microphone, but Mercedes will eat her up in the ring. It's a real cool dynamic. So I don't
want to hear Mercedes in the mics. Part of me wants Mercedes to come out, do her debut, and as she's about to say something, Jamie Hayter comes back. And then
that'd be dope too. That'd be dope too.
That way we know we're gonna get a match and we don't have to worry about Mercedes talking. At least on the first week, maybe week 2 or something. Backstage segment.
I like Josh's idea though of Stokely Hathaway being her manager. I like that.
Yeah.
They already tried that once.
Well, you can do. I mean, he'll be focused. You know, he won't have.
I don't think it would have worked. I think it works better with somebody like Sasha than when he got paired with Jade because Jade didn't need him.
No, right. Jade didn't need fucking Mark Sterling, but he was there.
No, not at all. He was a great side guy, but it's like Jade's there. You don't really need anything else after that.
She doesn't need to talk. That's the thing with Jade. Jade doesn't even need to talk. She just needs to sit there and.
Yeah, but she's a good talker though.
Yeah.
All she has to do is say, "Cut the shit," and all of us are gonna look.
Yes.
We usually don't look anyways, but it's just like, "Cut the shit." I'm on you. I understand. We here.
I'm on you.
I don't think it should become a quota, but I do think that we need to start having more Dynamites with at least 2 women's matches on it.
I was at a Collision with 2 women's matches.
Well, Collision, they do that. They do that on Collision, and you'll get maybe a couple like that on Rampage, but on Dynamite they should.
Do more tag matches with these women though, because some of them are still limited. Do tag matches.
But again, you got the top women I'm talking about.
Well, I think if you have this group and I think it's easier to do that where you can send people out that might actually either be over or get over in the ring. Where I don't think you could necessarily do that a lot before. So, what are you gonna do?
This roster's nuts, man. This is like
nuts.
This is video games.
This is
EWR. This is EWR. Me put on God mode and just like I want this person, that person.
And Christian's still your top heel.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, it's not a bad thing, but that's crazy. No. It's crazy to think about, and nobody bats an eye. Like you know what I mean?
No, there's a lot of people that owe Tony an apology over Christian. I think
I'm one of them. I ain't gonna lie.
And he started slow.
With Adam Copeland too. Like I was super critical, but I think he's been good, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, let me ask since we're talking about him. Do you think Garcia beats him tomorrow?
Yes.
I certainly hope not, because I'm gonna be there. I want to see. I mean, I'd be cool with Danny getting a title shot, but I'd love to see the next chapter of hopefully.
I'd rather see Danielson. Somebody mentioned this online. I'd rather see Danielson beat Kingston, and then Garcia be the one that beats Danielson for the title. For the title. And
after seeing, because I know we're gonna talk about it in New Japan, so I don't want to jump ahead, but after seeing like the way Danielson like loves like wrestling everywhere, like I'm sure he would love to be like the champ and travel with those titles. I'm sure.
So how did Rocky Romero become
the most powerful man
in wrestling?
It's neat though. It's very neat that
Man, he used to be No Remorse Core.
The weak link. We thought he was the weak link in the group. It's crazy, bro.
I enjoyed Alex Kozlov over Rocky at one point.
That music was
dope. I did too.
That music was dope.
Oh,
Oh,
man,
yeah, I
I
still
thought
get that
Trent,
one.
I thought Trent was better. You
But
know?
like, what's he done over the last? He's gotten he's gotten AAA shoved out of AEW to where AAA is now back with TNA.
Conan hating.
What?
I said Conan hating online.
Book a better product, Conan. You can run your mouth on your podcast all you want. The show sucks.
Hell, the only reason TK was even working with them anyway is because he wanted to sign a few of the guys. And he already got one of them.
He got.
You know what I mean?
He got the Lucha Bros, and you know who he wants next.
Yeah.
It's pretty damn obvious since he works more shows for them than he does AAA. For those of you not aware, we're talking about El Hijo del Vikingo.
Oh man!
But it's crazy because I just remember like him being in matches against just doing nothing and just being a guy.
Commander son?
Yeah, Commanders are all the
okay.
Commander got the draft and everything.
He was one of the dudes he wanted. That's why he kept using Triple A.
Yeah. He got Taurus too. I forgot he got Black Taurus too.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he's not Black Tool. We don't know what he is yet.
He's Black Taurus.
That's
we
so
don't know
many people
yet.
he got, man. He really just needs to give the Dixie Carter, if you want to go, if you don't want to be a part of this roster, get out. Your Miros.
Yeah, because we.
Miro, Malachi
Alistair
Black,
Malachi
Black, and Buddy Matthews.
He's Alistar. Get him out of here.
And Buddy Matthews
Him and
refusing to
his
do jobs.
geeky wife. Upset online. Get him out of here.
I don't even know. Like, well, I mean, I get why they want to go back. There's significant others there, but Miro, what you think gonna happen to you, Miro? What do you think is gonna happen?
He might get something. He might get something now because he's been.
Brandon.
I'm not.
Brandon, you go back.
I'm not gonna
not gonna do anything with Miro, man. They had him for 10 years, bro.
He'll get the U.S. championship. He'll get the U.S. championship. That's what they want.
Or he'll get whatever that championship. Or he'll get whatever champion that Seth has now.
I don't know, but he honors contracts, so those dudes won't be free agents till 2026.
But here's the thing, Markeem, is that you see Rocky was a double agent the whole time.
Oh my god! Yeah, I've seen that online. He still has his job at New Japan. He still has the job. He works for 3 companies. Like, bro, oh my god, he just works.
The thing is,
places.
these people were going to leave New Japan regardless. So if AEW had no relationship, they would have went to AEW or WWE. It was going to be one or the other. So now they're going to go to the company that is still affiliated with these people, and y'all are upset.
Like, the economy is down in Japan. Yes, I am upset Okada has left. Absolutely. I'd be crazy not to be, but I get it. This motherfucker's the biggest star. Who's the Muto? He's the biggest star. Like, what are we doing, bro? Oh my god, man. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like,
I don't know what we're doing because I'm the same way. I'm like, look, they're leaving. Where would you rather them go? And I've even seen people say, "Oh, no, all of you would be." What would you all have had said when AJ and Nakamura and the Good Brothers left? I remember what we all said. Oh, they're getting the bag and they're going to WWE. I go, the only thing is how is WWE going to use them?
I remember.
A sad day. I was like, damn, they leaving, man.
The only one that genuinely upset me was Nakamura. Like, the rest of them, I was like, it is what it is, bro. It's the game. We all knew eventually AJ Styles would be in the WWE. We all knew that. I think
not all the time. It was.
I did.
I always felt like that was like the.
I always felt like that was at one point.
Do you want to know? Do you want to know a crazy number that just happened? He's now had more matches in WWE than he ever had in TNA. That's crazy. Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's including.
That includes house
shows. Does AJ? Can I ask a quick question? I hate to get off topic really, but does AJ have like a legit legacy in WWE? Like,
I don't.
I'm not talking about like some Hall of Fame or something.
Cena feud, but that's about it.
No,
but yeah, outside of that Cena feud,
he's been good, but he's not. But he's never been. Like,
I was just thinking about it. That's why I was asking.
There's nothing that stamp him as that guy was like a feud that was.
That's true.
The Jericho matches were disappointing.
The Nakamura matches were disappointing.
Yeah.
Kicks to the dicks were hilarious. I want all matches just to go that route. Worst case scenario, you got to book around. Just start kicking each other in the crotch.
The
But yeah, those
feud
guys were
was
gonna
built around
leave
that.
regardless, man. So
I
like,
know.
I want them to still connect, but they can still show up at Wrestle Kingdom or Dominion or
exactly
random
like
Corkin show.
But you got people that said no, I don't care. They just go to WWE, and I never want to see them again. You have people saying that bullshit.
And John Moxley is in New Japan all the time. Like literally, like he's literally like a part of the rock. Like he's the only thing he hasn't done is a G1 again. Like he's been on all the major shows.
You don't think these guys are going to be on like the New Japan Strong shows? You don't think they're
like
going to be?
Dog, the main event is Naito and John Moxley. Like, bro, like
they just announced that. They just announced that show in where is that? LA or South Carolina? Where did they announce that?
Orange County, somewhere.
Resurgence or whatever.
Yeah, Resurgence in the Toyota, whatever it is.
And you already know that card is going to have people that have been gone from this.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes, because they have to fill another massive arena. So I don't know. I don't get these people. I don't understand. I understand they're upset.
Be mad at Gato. Let's do it. Let's do it right now. Be mad at Gato. Gato, the fucking New Japan office wants him to push the young guys harder than he has. He doesn't want to. That's not fucking Tony Khan's fault. That's not his fault. Look, I love Zack Sabre Jr., but that's not his fault that the New Japan office told him that we want this belt on young guys and you put it on Zack Sabre Jr. It's not Tony Khan's fault that his idea of trying a young guy is Sonata, a dude that's been second his entire career. It's
More
not
like
Tony
fourth.
Khan's fault. It's not Tony Khan's fault that Jay White on his way out, and this is a legit story, by the way, because I have my source that some people know. Jay White on his way out was like, hey, David Finley's one of my best friends in this company. Give him this, and then you proceed to literally make him look like the same joke that he looked like before all this shit. It's not Tony Khan's fault that Gato hasn't done what he's supposed to with the guys that are still there. Let's call it what it is, bro.
It's not Tony Khan's fault that Bushido Road is like broke. It's not his fault.
It's not his fault. That's not his fault. Look, man, does Tony Khan get on my nerves sometime? Absolutely. But none of this shit is his fault. It's Bushi Road being broke and Gato being stubborn. He don't want to listen to the office, and that's why we in the position we in now. Because they wanted the only reason Kosei Fujita is in TMDK is pretty much they fought him tooth and nail to get him there, and so did Zack Sabre Jr. Because Gato didn't want the shit. If you look it up, if you look at Gato's history, he does this all the time. Like he does, man.
You feel like it's because they had nobody else to pivot to after all these big stars are leaving? Like
they did, Eric. There's this guy named Yoda Suji who was set up perfectly.
Yoda Suji, Yuri Uemura, Shota Umino, Gabe Kidd. We could do this for a while. Eric. Oh my God, man.
They've got people. They've had people. But
they always have people.
But we had to suffer through Evil and freaking Sonata.
Oh God.
And even because Evil. I give them a pass for Evil because of the pandemic. That really was just supposed to be something to just get them through the summer. And then Naito's supposed to get the belt back and then have his actual reign. Cool. Whatever. You want to do that? Cool. There's no excuse. Sonata had the belt for like fucking 7 months. There's no excuse. There's no excuse, bro. Oh my God. Oh, why? Why that long? Like I understand you want to establish him as a. I'm sorry. I need to get this out. I understand you want to establish him as like some sort of guy, but you need to realize he's not a top guy. Like, you can elevate him and not go, he's the focus of the company, because the company felt cold as fuck because you had a dude at the top that nobody cared about, bro. At least nobody cared about to that level. You know what I mean? It's crazy, bro. This is all Gato's fault, man. I put 95% of this shit on Gato, 5% on Bushi Road, because Kenny Omega left and fucking Shinsuke Nakamura left and all these other people left. But there were people like Jay White in the wings. There were people like Okada in the wings. There were people like fucking Will Ospreay there, just waiting in the wings. You know what I mean? And like Eric said, it would be different if he didn't have people like this. But we just brought up Yoda Suji and all these other people. Man, oh my God. Go ahead, y'all. Go ahead. Go ahead, man.
Well, speaking of Gato's booking, what did you guys think of new beginnings in Osaka.
Who wants to go first? I've been doing a lot of time.
Well, I only, like always, so with this New Japan app, since they immediately segmented out those chapters, I watched Okada versus Tanahashi. Thought it was like 3 stars.
Hey, stop right there. Okada Tanahashi, legends.
It was a 3-star match.
Yes.
3-star match.
Was it 3 stars?
Was it fine? I don't even know if it was.
I thought this was the most generic of their matches ever. This was beyond playing the hits. I called every single spot that happened in that match, even the reversals out of the botch that they had. I called. I'm like, bro, and I see people like, oh, this was the fantastic wrestling. I'm like, did y'all watch the same? Like, let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a band, y'all. This was not a great match. This was barely a good match. Barely a good match.
This should have been the reverse of what HBK and Flair was, and it wasn't even close to that.
No,
it was like, what is this boring thing? I was like, what is this? This is just like here.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it pains me to say it, but we all know why. Because Tana just ain't got it no more. He just ain't got it.
It hurts every time hearing that, bro.
Every
time I see it, looks like he's struggling to move around.
I would have much rather them just splice together like a best of and just air that instead of this. This was just...
Yeah, I agree. Made my girlfriend cry though, because she loves Okada. So yeah.
Okay, keep going, Chase.
I couldn't feel anything because it was in the middle of the show. But go ahead.
It's a 3-star
but
match.
They didn't know. Hold on, they didn't know it was gonna be his last show. Like they thought they might have been able to keep him. So they didn't know.
They thought they were going to be able to keep their offer was lower than WWE's. How the fuck are they going to keep them?
I don't know, man. But that's what.
Anyways, then next on my skip, and then I saw Danielson versus Sabre Jr., which might have been slightly better than Loki versus Bryan Danielson. Might have just been slightly. That match,
I think that was way better than that first.
That match was fucking incredible.
Yeah.
That's easy match of the year right now. There was everything I wanted it to be. It was, and it still felt like they were holding back.
I'm sorry, man. I prefer the Japanese counterparts to the American counterparts. You tell me Ospreay and Okada, I will take the Wrestle Kingdom match over the Forbidden Door match. And then you talk about Danielson and Zack Sabre Jr., I will absolutely take this match over the one they had at Wrestle Dream. And you would think with the rowdy crowd, you would be into the American match more, but it's not. It's just a different level that they have on these Japanese crowds.
My boy Joseph brought up a good point. If y'all know Joseph on YouTube, he makes some of the best fucking videos. Even though I disagree with him all the time, I love him to death. But like we DM each other all the time, talk shit. But he brought up a good point. He was like, it's something about the air in Japan that unlocks like a level in like some of like the greatest wrestlers like psyche, where like they think about wrestling different. It's just something about like Japan that does it. Like Kenny Omega feels different in Japan. Bryan Danielson so far has felt different in Japan. You know what I mean? So yeah, I agree with you, Brandon.
I feel like because the presentation is so different compared to like the American product. Like it seems like a combat sport compared to like in America where it's just like, all right, this is cool, but it seems like a big fight feel every single time. When, like,
how much of that, like Brandon was talking about, like the crowd, how much of it is just how different the crowd reacts, where you have like a rowdy crowd that are going to be like into it and loud and just being crazy from the start, where a Japanese crowd is going to start off kind of simmering and you can feel that simmering, and they're building,
they want to absorb,
and they're building a match, and it just like adds that level. So like at the end of the match when they're going absolutely crazy because
everything means so much more. That's true.
Right. I think that has something to do with it too. So where because of the way that guys like this build up their matches, it sometimes does better in front of a Japanese crowd, where an American crowd is just going to be, not that they're being bad or not that they're like trying to get themselves over or anything like that, just that it's a different reaction. It doesn't flow as well with the match. I think that's probably part of it too. So
Forbidden Door should be the tiebreaker in my opinion.
But yeah,
and then they announced freaking Sabre and Hirsch and Sarah.
Yeah, Massaro.
What?
Yeah,
What?
yeah,
What?
yeah.
You can't go. You can't just go off like that. Stop.
At the first night of Fantastica Mania backstage.
Oh, you're talking about Hechizero. Oh, Hechizero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He simply just called out Zack Sabre Jr. He didn't say much of all. He just said Zack Sabre Jr. He said Spanish Zack Sabre Jr. Everybody knew what he was talking about. You know what I mean? and then did they announce it, Josh? Did they announce it?
I don't think they've announced it yet.
Because I watched the show when I was like getting ready for work, and I just heard him say Zack Sabre Jr. I was like, what the fuck? That's not everything I was doing. But yeah, I can't wait for that.
But anyways, no, the match was awesome. Match was definitely the best. It did feel like they maybe holding back maybe a little bit.
Still, which I'm still blown away by.
But
yeah, it was incredible.
Yeah, they'll do the rubber match.
All right, let's talk about the most polarizing match.
Okay, so this is what I said, is that I had the same reaction to this that I did GCW War Games match. Josh, what did I do when we watched the GCW War Games?
Bored out of your mind and were bitching the whole time that I made you watch that match.
No, what happened? What did I do?
What did you do? I don't remember.
Something
what you did.
Physically happened to me. The same thing happened. I fell the fuck asleep.
Oh, you fell asleep.
And I know I should probably go back and rewatch it, but no. If your match made me fall asleep, I'm not giving you the time of day.
Right. That first 20 minutes. That first 20 minutes is like it's such a weird match. Like I don't even know like how to, because it starts, it's okay. There's stuff happening that you should be like, oh, this is cool. But it doesn't feel cool. It feels like out of place. And then by the time it gets like really good, you're like almost an hour into the match. And then it just gets crazy. And then it just gets crazier and crazier and crazier until it gets to a point where it's like almost too crazy. And then I'm like, I don't know about this match. It's like I said that it was like watching if you go back and you watch like a really fun hustle match, it reminded me of watching a match like that where I had fun watching the match. I'm not sure I had fun watching the match for the right reasons, but I had fun watching it.
So I didn't have fun watching it.
But I could definitely watching it going, some people are going to absolutely hate this. I was watching people because I was watching it live. Were loving it. Some people were like, what is this match? And I felt the same way. I'm like, I don't even know what to think about this.
Like there is no middle ground, bro. Like this shit, like I was just before we did this show, I got on Cage Match just to look at like what people are saying. Like the ratings are like 10 and 2. Like there's no in between.
I'm 2.
Go ahead, Brandon, because I want to go last.
Man, I feel like if I'd have watched this live, which I set an alarm, and thank God I talked myself out of it just watching it in the morning, I felt like I probably would have fallen asleep doing this match. The cage was
weird.
I don't know. It was, I just could not get into the look of the cage. I thought that all of the normal New Japan, when guys have like that long intro to their theme song before they come out, that felt weird watching it in a cage match when your boys are getting beat up. And they did the WWE. They did their poses and did all this stuff in there. And I couldn't get into that. And like you said, by the end, it was just got to the point where it was crazy. But then when they ripped the ring apart and then like this Jenga set of a ring, like the state of your rings, New Japan. It's just a little 2x4, and it was super dangerous. I'm like, bro, somebody's gonna break their neck. Right? Yeah. I
was waiting for Ospreay to do something really stupid, like cool but stupid.
No. He got the bag now. He ain't gonna fumble it.
he still took a lot of. He took a lot of wild bumps though. Anyway, like he did.
But no, this was not for me, man. I mean, I watched that whole 65-minute match and it was very, very much a train wreck, and at times I enjoyed it, but I don't think it was a good match at all. Like I said, I'm definitely more towards that 3 or 2 when it comes to the rating.
All right, so here's the thing, right? I don't know what to say. Because I like unironically, some people know this, but like my girlfriend's like literally a diehard fan of like this iteration of the Bullet Club War Dogs. Like she like it's not in here. I'm in her son's room, but like she has like a fucking like little towel thing hanging up, and it's like the Rebel Club David Finlay thing, and like my dogs for real, like she loves these dudes. So I was watching it with her, who's a diehard fan. So even at the beginning, like she was into it. I'm like, babe, nothing's happening right now. Like, what are we like? What are you? I'm like, literally nothing's happening. It's just walking around punching each other right now. This should not have been a War Game style match. Should not have been a War Game style match. They should have just came out. You can even go kind of long. You can go 40 minutes of them dudes just beating the shit out of each other.
I thought they were going to do Cage of Death, but oh well.
Cool. Like, yeah, something like that. I'm so torn because when it started to like get to the shit, I was so into it. I was like, this is everything I want. It just took 20 minutes to get there. But when it did, I was like, I'm so into this.
I was already asleep.
And then right when they started tearing up the ring, it just took too long because they missed the peak. The peak was the Hanare spot. That was the peak. And it should have.
Remind me again what happened with Hanare.
He died. That's all you need. but that was, and then it kept going. I understand why they did the Francesco thing. Like that was the whole story. I get it because
he was the one I enjoyed the most in the match. Honestly.
Yeah, because they've been building that all tour. Him being pretty much afraid to get violent. You know what I mean? I actually really enjoyed that. And I get like Will coming in to like, no, stop hurting them, like, you know, and then it was effective, but the peak was passed by that point. And when it was over, I was like, I don't know what to feel. She was like, you didn't love that? I was like, it's so much. Like, I don't know what to say. I don't. And then she was like, that's my match of the year. I'm like, you need to calm down. Like,
the asswad. The asswad is that how you say his name? The asswad. The asswad would not be in my match of the year.
Yeah, same. Like she like I said, she's biased. You know what I mean? But like,
I literally when that happened, I was literally waiting. I was literally waiting for us to get Matanza showing up because that's how crazy this match was.
Oh yeah. I would have popped for that hard. Like Jeff Cobb just coming back dressed like Matanza quit. That would have been awesome.
Go under the ring, come up. They're both, you got both monsters there. I would have and it would have fit in this because it was so just like
it's wacky
all over the place.
I wish it would have been more like these two, because the whole tour is about like they built it so everybody was so excited because they built it so well, you know what I mean? And like just both sides like literally wanting to kill each other. I don't know if y'all saw that Gabe Kidd and Hanare match. Like that shit's incredible, you know what I mean? And it's both sides just wanting to kill each other, and the match didn't reflect it. I just couldn't jive with it, man. I didn't hate it, but I was like, bro, this is.
It's got a 9 on Cage Match.
Yeah, bro. I told you, I looked it up.
That's crazy.
Look at the reviews. It's like 2 and 10. It's like and a few 8 and 7s. It's like, bro, it's wild.
I literally was like, I don't even know what to like. I can't even rate this because I don't even know what to like. I liked probably half of it. I hated like half of it, so I don't know.
I get people that hated it. I get people that loved it. I truly do. It's just I don't know. I say this. I'll never forget it. I say that. I'll never forget that, man.
Oh, I will. I never saw it. I absorbed it through osmosis.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's that when it gets nuts, though. I ain't gonna lie. I was super into it. I was like,
those parts of it, I definitely enjoyed.
I'm with it. Then I wasn't. As soon as they started tearing up that ring, that's when they lost me. I was like,
oh, man. All right, Eric, our guest. You got any wrap up thoughts?
Fuck Raj Gary. But yeah, fuck him. Not a huge fan of Nick Housen, but I'll save that for another time. I'll revisit that. But yeah, fuck Raj Gary. Continue. Anybody else want to wrap it up? I'll bring it back around.
We didn't even talk about freaking Stardom.
Don't we?
Rocky Ogawa.
Shit.
Let's do it real quick. Let's do it
someone explain this to me. So was he actually feeding people or is he starting another promotion, or is he feeding people to WWE? What is really the gist of it? Because I'm still trying to understand this.
This rabbit hole goes deep. I'm trying to keep it short. So
okay.
In 2019, Rocky Ogawa sold Stardom to Bushiroad. He started it with Nene Takahashi, a few other people, right? But they told him that you'll still be in charge of the creative aspect of Stardom. And something happened in 2019 where he wanted to make a decision and they pretty much vetoed it. And at that moment, he started to pretty much plot like, I'm gonna ride out my contract, but as I ride out my contract, I'm gonna let all of the girls that are loyal to me, which is most of the roster, I'm starting my own promotion. You know what I mean? Because apparently he never wanted Stardom to become, which is crazy to me, but he never wanted Stardom to become as big as it ended up being. And it became pretty much like Women New Japan, and he never wanted that to happen. So while he was under contract and all these new girls were coming in, he was pretty much like giving them their business card, like, hey, when I'm done, I'm starting a new promotion. Come work for me. And they got wind of it and they fired him. And now like all these women that are loyal to him are coming out like Julia, like this wrong how they did him, and now she's delaying going to the WWE to help him run this promotion. You got Mayu Iwatani going, I don't know what to do. I'm so confused and I feel so lost and alone. That lets me know she's probably leaving. I have other like predictions of like people I think are gone, but yeah, man, it's all messy. It's like All Japan and Noah in the year 2000, bro. It's all just
very much that.
Very messy, man. The whole thing is messy. And like I honestly get Rossi's perspective though, because if they told him like, hey, you'll still get control of creative, and they reneged on it, then I get it. Yeah, I mean, but yes, it's all messy, man. I don't know why he didn't want the company to grow. That's weird to me.
I was wondering, like, why would he not want to be considered the female New Japan? Why would that be a slight?
I mean, it's not at that point. It wasn't like his money though, because it wasn't his company anymore. So,
okay. What does New Japan do with an IWGP title?
What, the women's title?
Mm-hmm.
Get it off my. She's probably gonna lose on the 23rd.
Give it to Tony and piss off the New Japan fans even more.
Oh my god. Bro. Could you imagine? Because Mercedes is apparently coming back for like a shot and Stardom in New Japan for like a little bit. And just give it back to her and see what happens. I would
give it to Britt Baker. Let's see that.
Whoa. Chill out. We was having fun here.
Well,
we was having fun. Whoa.
That pretty much wraps us. Oh, you gonna say something, Marky?
No. He was going giver style. That pretty much sums it up.
All right, man. That's that pretty much does it. We'll see y'all again in
2 weeks. Excuse me?